We are live.
Yes, sir.
Klaus is trying to get back
Okay.
on.
Like Klaus is trying to get on.
Yes.
I'll watch.
Okay, well, let's at least start the preliminary and call the meeting to order. This is a special call meeting for Ways and Means. We have one item of new business. That is the consideration and recommendation to town council for approval of the contract for janitorial services. Brian, I assume you're going to provide some background information for us. Is that correct?
Yes, I will. I will be doing that. So
Okay,
if
please,
we're ready,
please
I can get
proceed.
started.
Yes, please.
Okay, so obviously we all know maintaining a clean and sanitary work environment is always really top importance of the town staff in town hall up here, especially during this time. There's really a heightened need to make sure that our work areas are safe and sanitized for the safety of all the employees up here at town hall. The current contract we have is with Summit Cleaning Services, and they have exhausted their extensions at this time. So we have put the RFP back out for bid. So when we did that, we posted it on the website, and we also put it in the Post and Courier. What we got back were 5 bids from 5 different companies, including our current company, Summit Building Services. And as you can see, they came in with the low bid, and then right behind them was Jan Pro Cleaning Systems. And then we've got Cleaning with Class, Elite Properties of Charleston, and then Melissa Wigger with the high bid at $5,200 a month. I wanted to point out that Jan Pro Cleaning Systems, they sent us two quotes. One of them was based on our scope that we provided in the RFP, and the other one was a recommended cleaning scope by them, just kind of given the nature of the pandemic in these days. So the town staff is requesting that the Ways and Means Committee recommend to Town Council the approval of awarding the janitorial services contract to Jan Pro Cleaning Systems based off their Schedule B or Option B cleaning schedule. And I want to make a change here. I think after speaking with Stephanie, we would like to enter into a 1-year contract with the option for 2 extensions, just to kind of make sure that we're all on the same page and they're kind of fulfilling our needs as far as cleaning and sanitation goes. Using their option B cleaning schedule, there would be a monthly recurring cost of $1,478, along with a one-time initial deep clean cost of $395. The monthly recurring costs are going to come out to $17,736 annually. We've budgeted for $14,000. That was pre kind of COVID, before we knew that we were going to be in this pandemic and have the need for heightened disinfecting and sanitation. So the difference between that Schedule B and what we budgeted for is $3,736. So that's the request that the town staff is putting forward to the committee today.
And can I ask why the Passover on Summit? I assume there's some lack of satisfaction.
Yes, there has been some lack of satisfaction in different areas. Most of it is just the constant having to ask them to do things that are in the contract that are getting overlooked. I don't think they have a very large staff. So I think they're kind of inhibited that way. But yeah, we just kind of been not very satisfied in the past year that I've been here. And that's the opinion of the majority of the staff.
Okay.
Brian, another question, if you would you stay on option B even if the pandemic were to somehow miraculously come to an end, say at the end of the calendar year, or would you at that point revert back to A?
I think option A is sufficient. That would be a discussion, after seeing kind of how much better option B is during this time, however long it's going to last. I think, it is interesting to kind of maintain that certain level, especially knowing what we know now and how this kind of came out of nowhere, and to already have a really good sanitation and cleaning in place up here at Town Hall, I think is really important. And even still, based off what we got back, the option B is still the second lowest bid. So I think there's a lot of things going for us in option B.
Okay, so you would, if I can put words in your mouth, would you then generally, unless things change, stay with option B, even if the pandemic were to be put under control?
I think it would, there would be it would be a good discussion to have. Again, I think option A does kind of cover the bases of what we would like to see here. But then this option B is obviously a little bit above what the RFP had called for.
Brian, let me ask it a different way, because I have the similar question. Are you comfortable that the contract can be written in such a way that if we start with option B, at some point, if we so desire, we can in fact switch to option A, whether it be at the end of the first year or at some point? Are you comfortable that they will be open to writing the contract that way, so at least we have the option down the road?
I actually have asked them that question via email just today, and I am waiting to hear back. And I would imagine that if we do have enter into a 1-year contract with 2 1-year extensions, that at the very least we should be able to change up the scope of work after that first year and an amendment with that extension. But I will find that out for sure before we really want to proceed.
I just think we should have that option.
Agreed. I'll make sure that is found out for us.
If I can interject, yeah, we will be able to put that option in, Mayor, with regards to, because we do 1 year with the ability for us to be able to make changes. But in looking over the options A and B, I will say that B not only includes this, in fact, regardless if there's COVID, working in an office setting, we do need to be able to have handles clean and different things that was not being provided by our current janitorial service. In addition, there are some additional things that this particular company, as I understand, they actually came out and walked and actually reviewed the building, and they put in things in there that, quite frankly, our RFP, which was something that we originally put together, was not included. So the services that they're offering in option B goes beyond just disinfect. But as I was reviewing it, there's things that we need that should have been done anyways, but it was never included in our original RFP. So,
And if I can,
but we can review it after 1 year.
If I can, I think I just got the answer to all these questions. An email just came through that said, yes, our operations team can do an upgrade or downgrade to the scope of work at any time.
Okay.
So if that helps.
That helps me, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are there any other questions from any council members for Brian? Okay, hearing none, the chair would entertain a motion to approve the recommendation for town council. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Is there
Second.
a second? Any further discussion or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
There is no other items on the agenda. Given time issues, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
For a second,
Second.
we are adjourned.
And I guess, Stephanie,